Life is like a roll of toilet paper. You never know how many rolls you're going to get. Wait a minute. That's not even here. That's not anywhere. That was beautiful. I thought it was a great metaphor. But just so you'll know, Costco is stocked to yes. But anyway, it's not really about toilet paper, is it? No, it's not. So last week, we were talking about rising from the ashes, and I love that, Phoenix rising. And yes, Rita told me that I need to get that tattoo, some tattoo by my birthday, which is 3 weeks from today in case you need to go shopping. But here's the deal. So I got this quote, I did not use it last week, and it's from J.R.R. Tolkien, which is the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings author. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. Have you ever felt that fire just kind of going, oh, it's ready to come up, and then sometimes you say, oh, not today? Not today. I'm thinking what we're doing right now is we're rising from the ashes of an old story. All the old stories we've told ourselves throughout the years. And some of them are good. Some of them are even fun. Some of them I can't even remember. But then that's a whole nother talk. Yeah, what we're doing here is we're creating a new identity from the ashes, and that can be scary because we keep going, change. I'm going to, put myself into the fire and allow myself to come back up, and then when we do, we scare ourselves because there's a whole greatness there that we haven't really gotten to know fully yet. Fully. But it's always been there. We've always known it was there. And this week I've been asking a lot of questions. If you really want to learn, if you really want to go from the self to the self, just ask questions. When I'm in a session with a client, that's all I do is ask questions most of the time. Because you're not really here. My opinions probably matter to me. But really what matters is asking questions that you can answer so you can find out more of who you are. Because as Rita was saying, we're upgrading, man. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing we didn't come here. As a matter of fact, we came here so packed up and so full, and we just, as life, yeah. And this is the song I'd like to sing for you now. No. This whole idea of asking myself a lot of questions, and this is what I found out this week. I am so much more than I thought I was. And I know a lot of you find that hard to believe. Because if you're here on Sundays, I think quite highly of myself a lot of times. I'm more than I ever thought I was. And so is each and every one of us. And I thought, that's really pretty, Patrick, but really go in there and ask that question. Really go in there and feel that question. Wow. It's all a discovery. And guess what I discovered? I'm a masterpiece. I'm an incredible masterpiece that's just starting to discover and know myself even more. And all of you are masterpieces. We're these incredible artists. I love this Michelangelo quote because I always use it if I can. The marble not yet carved can hold the form of every thought the greatest artist has. The marble not yet carved. We're not fully carved, people. We're not fully carved, and there's still so much greatness that is ready for us to chip away at. He goes on to say another one, every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it. That's what it is. Right here, everything we have ever wanted, as Rev Rita was saying, is right here. It's right here. Right here. And it has to go beyond pretty words. It has to go beyond, the dynamic of the feeling of me saying it. It has to go into every single cell, this quantum body, this quantum being that we are, that I am. It's so exciting. I feel like I could explode, but I won't because it would scare you and me. What we're talking about, the marble, is the quantum field. This marble is this all around us that we get to nestle in if we choose. I said, do I really know me? Not really. And I've worked so hard my whole life to think I know me. But the good news is, who wants to stay knowing who we are when we have so many opportunities to be more, to express more, to love more, to remember more? Nikola Tesla? Oh my God, I read about him. They didn't give him half the credit, but then that's another story too. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, he was an inventor. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what I was told this week. You're missing the most important ingredient to that perfect meal. And that is the frequency. That's what we are. And that's the only thing that's going to vibrate anything to us. And if we want to know what's vibrating, close your eyes, open them, and that's what we're vibrating. It starts here first, and not a blame game. So I came up with some questions because I love to ask myself a few questions. So I have 42 of them, and yes, I like you, Bob. Birthday celebration, I know, 42, feels good, looks good. Number one, what is the best version of me? And I really ask that, what is the best version of me? Not the perfect version of me. What does it look like and feel like to be that incredible version of Patrick? And yeah, there's qualities, and you'll say he's funny, good looking, all of those things that you said, but that's on the outside. On the inside, I'm funny, good looking. No, but really, what is the high? I hear it all the time. My highest version. I'm thinking, what does that really mean? And that means that your authentic, vulnerable, open up self is opening up so wide and saying, this is who I am. Oh, but don't put a label on me quite yet, because I'm not done. What's the other one? And these are my two, and I know it's Adara's favorite too, so that's why they always have to come back. This is the questions I ask myself. Would I ask myself out on a date? But here's the real one, so if you're writing it down, the second part is the best. Would I ask me out on a second date? And I redo this question very often because I want to see where I stand. Of course, I would date myself, but once. But would you go back for more is the whole thing. It really does answer a lot of things to where you're at in your life. Would you date me again? Oh, that's 20 years. That's right. And then the biggest question, too, for the frequency is what lights me up? Oh, where's that dial on the frequency? You go, oh, yeah, that kind of lights me up. I'm talking about the light up. I'm talking about when you're driving around the car and you're glowing. You're so lit. That's how exciting life can be. What lights me up, and only you can know that. What do I stand for? Not what I stand against, because I hear that all the time. endless conversations about what we are against. I want to know, what is Patrick Feren for? What am I willing to stand for? What am I willing to say beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm a quantum being? I am God stuff. I'm the cosmos. I'm the stuff that stars are made out of. That's who stands before you today and who's your mirror. Do you see the little flickering of the lights? Yeah, Mars. And then how do I talk to myself? Oof. That's how you get to know. How do I talk to myself? I won't bore you with all the details, but it's the most important question you can ask yourself, because sometimes I don't always talk to myself so nicely. Not very often, but I catch myself. And that's where the practice comes in. And this is one that I really want to really let it land. Am I here for me when I need me the most? Am I here for me? I need a little drink of water here. I'll take yours, it's more. Thank you, Rev Rita. I want to share something with you on that one. That's why I'm taking a moment here. Am I here for me when I need me the most? Not is Rita here for me if I need, not if you're all here for me, when I need me the most. Now I'm going to share a little story with you, and I'm going to minus the details. Flying solo people will love that, because I would say, cut the details, get to the heart, the meat of it. But I want to share something, and it's fairly new, but I just want to share because I think it's a perfect illustration about being there for yourself. I was out in the world. And has anybody ever had their feelings hurt? Yeah. Lovely feeling, isn't it? Well, I got my feelings hurt. I know. That's what I thought too. So what happened was, in the world of form, somebody wanted to express something about me that I didn't ask, but they wanted to express it. And they thought it was a lovely bonding moment, but it hurt my feelings. And this is what happened. It was beautiful, though. And I don't see this person a lot. It's just kind of, back, sometimes Costco, but it wasn't at Costco. So I'm on the path, and when it happened, it was a very short conversation. One sentence. Hello, trigger. Went off. And this is what practice, my friends, does. Evolution does for you. And then I'm like, wow, that hurt me. And then I start to continue my journey. This is what happened. I stopped. And I said, especially to my little boy, that little inner child, I said, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just, let's go. And because two things happen to me when I get my feelings hurt. I either want to come in fighting or I want to retreat. And I don't want anybody near me. And here's the other thing, just on fairness, what was said was true. But it hurt. And it was a physical thing. And I just went, wow. So here's the deal. So there's an energy, right? You can feel that. But here's why I'm telling the story. Because I stopped. And I wanted to repeat patterns that I would have repeated before. And said, oh, how were they raised? And they think that, and I was going to go into that. And I said, stop. How you feeling? I'm hurt. And I'm angry. Okay, what do you want to do with that? That's how we have to talk to her. What do you want to do with that, Patrick? What do you want to do with it? I love you. Let's not run. Let's stop. Beautiful ocean out there. What do you need? And I said, because we have an opportunity here. We can use this as a motivator, or we can use it as a terminator. And I said, are you okay? Yeah, but you shouldn't have said, okay, so you're not okay. We need some more chit chat. And before I knew it, that part of me was safe because I didn't rush by it. I didn't just go, that's, and I wouldn't even tell Rita till later on in the evening because I needed time for me and that part of myself to just be okay with it. Yeah. And here's the last one for that. If the universe is conspiring in Patrick's favor, which is really the one you don't really want to look at a time like that I told that part of me, I said, this was for you, not against you. And that's a really hard one to do because it feels real personal, but it's not. So my illustration is this. Am I here for me when I need me the most? I was here for me. I didn't have to run. I didn't call anyone. But I needed me to be okay. I needed me to comfort me. I needed me to say, I love you. Patrick, I love you. No matter what the world would say. And all you're doing is you're just getting triggered and I love you. What do you need? What do you need? You need to cry? Let's cry. You need to put a hit out on him? Let's put a hit out on him. Oh my God, wait, hold. It's filmed. That was filmed. But I think we get it, yeah? Yeah, so, whew. Wow. That was vulnerability, but no, that was for humor. Yes, you know that. So on that same thing about self-hate or self-love and all of that, I was thinking about how many areas of life we're starting now to say, let's stop the hate here or stop the hate here. I heard someone say, we need to submerge the hate for Asian Americans and we need to submerge. I'm thinking, submerge, not the good word. No, we don't need to submerge anything. But we also have to go, this was my thing, it was like, quantum buzz there. I went, what about self-hate? When are we going to stop that? Because when we stop self-hate, there is not a way in the world I can do anything but love you. And I certainly don't want you submerging. We did it. I promise not to go off on this. But we did this for enough years, and that was the problem. Everybody's submerging. And let me hate you in the privacy of my own home. That's not going to get love into the world. Never. It has to be brought up and say, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you're hate. Because you're scared? Because I have a different color skin? I look different to you? That's what you're afraid? Get to know me. Get to know me. Let me get to know you. Oh, I wish I had a little more passion in the things that I do, but I want to actually leave you. Did I just talk about my feelings being hurt? And he was the one. No. So it's all great. Can someone remove Jack? Thank you. He's over here in the corner. Wow, this crowd turned beautiful, didn't it? But I'm going to end with this quote. I'm just checking with my inner child. We were born the artists of our lives. What masterpiece is waiting to burst forth from us? What masterpiece is waiting to burst forth from us? You are a work of art. I am a work of art. I invite us all today to start chipping away at the marble of our true selves until we set that masterpiece free. Namaste.
That was